Today we have with us Trivikram, founder of Xmachines, and we are going to discuss with him about the downside of pivoting excessively. So, to start with, Trivikram, please tell us about your startup Xmachines, what it does, and how did you start?
Well, actually, we are a robotics startup, and we started in 2017. We're based out in Hyderabad, and we started the company with the sole purpose of bringing technology to agriculture. But later on, many other things got added to our robots applications, and then we, at this point of time, we handle robotics for agriculture. We use the same robots for material handling, automation, and manufacturing in warehouse industries. Yeah.
Cool. So, if you can dig little deep in what your product is, I mean, the whole concept behind it, what
Well,
it does.
actually, it's a mobile robotic platform. The intention behind the product itself is that it is ground up designed to be a platform in the sense that you it's very customizable with various attachments. You could make it do various applications in multiple industries. For example, for agriculture, we use the same mobile robots by mounting different attachments and then make it do precision seeding, weeding, pesticide application, herbicide microdosing, and such applications. And incidentally, we use the same mobile robot and then mount a different attachment on top of that, and we use it to transport about 300 kgs of payload between various points in the manufacturing facility. So the core is a single product with different software and modules. You will be able to do different activity in various industries. Yeah.
So, what have been your journey so far, and how it has been? When did you start? I mean, if you can say, and how has been the journey so far?
Well, being a hardware company working out of India, it's been a pretty challenging journey so far. The primary reason being the supply chain elements. It's quite messed up in India. So for everything, we have to rely on China or various other countries, and the lead times would be between 4 to 6 weeks, and all the 6 weeks will have to just stay around, do nothing, or just tinker around with other things, basically. So that's one big challenge we had. But somehow we plowed it through and then ended up building a robot platform as it is. And then since then, customers have been interested in adopting this product for their applications. And then seeing that Triple IT has funded us with a good amount of money, and they've accelerated us in terms of our growth journey.
What's the present status of your startup? Uh, where are you right now? In which cycle?
Yeah, we are in pre-revenue state, and we have a couple of pilot runs in pipeline with various companies, various enterprise companies within India. So that's the current state.
So, from the start, I mean, how many times do you think a deep tech startup pivots? I mean, it's a random, a very broad question and
Yeah.
quite subjective too. But if it comes to your point of view, so how many times do you think a deep tech startup pivots? And why is that? Why so much of pivoting is needed?
Well, actually, as you said, it's very subjective to different company as it is. But one fundamental line that could be common for every startup is how in sync are they with their customers. So if they are in sync with their customers right from the beginning, right from the early stages, then the number of times they would pivot may be much lesser than other companies. So we can't say a typical number as such, but that's the reference point that I think.
So, do you think there is a downside to pivoting excessively?
Well, excessively itself says that it's too much. So
Yeah.
when it's excessively done, the startup invariably ends up going around in circles, not actually shipping out any product as it is or meeting any of their customer needs, while burning off their resources and most importantly the time. So that's the major uh, downside of that.
Cool. So that pretty much sums it up all, Trivikram. One last question, rather a last input that we would like to have from you is, uh, what's a quick hack to avoid pivoting too much and still get your product market fit?
Uh, One thing is to be aggressively in touch with one's target customers, no matter what, and it's really important to do that. And only then the number of times they're going to pivot will drop down significantly. On top of that, one should also must pivot when the market itself is going in a certain direction. So there is a certain thing which you should do to not pivot a lot, but there's another thing that you should always be open to pivot. That's the market direction and the very strong trends that happen in the market.
Cool. Thank you so much, Trivikram, for taking time out. It was wonderful interacting with you, and your inputs and your journey so far has been amazing. Many more good things to come. All the very best to you and your startup. Hope to see you soon. Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot. Thanks a lot.